Okay, what's the easiest way to describe it? There's an old woman who lives below them. She dies.
Yeah, so say an old bruja. An old bruja. Bruja. Roll the R.
Okay.
Do it.
Bruja.
Not so much.
Bruja.
Not so much roll that. Just that bruja.
I know Spanish. Bruja.
Excuse me.
Bruja.
Well,
Okay,
terrible.
so go ahead.
I wouldn't have known. Hello everyone and welcome. We are Good Time Movie Reviews. I'm Evan Flores.
And I'm Nicholas Curcio.
And we're going to be coming at you every week to bring you our thoughts on the most recent films.
I hope that you guys will check out our Twitter, our Facebook, and hopefully subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like what you see.
Great. So this week for our first ever movie review, we're going to be looking at Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones.
So Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones revolves around a young boy named Jesse who lives above a rumored bruja.
A witch, yeah.
And he is eventually marked, and he is given extraordinary powers, as we see in the trailer, and his life is changed, and this is all followed via found footage style. We, in general, as with much of the horror fan base, are big fans of the series.
Yeah. And 1 and 3 were definitely our personal favorites.
Yeah, 3, love 3.
4 was a bit of a disappointment,
right,
to say the least. So going into this movie, I was a little skeptical.
Right.
I was like,
everyone.
Yes, will this be a repeat of 4? Will this be...
Enough. They need to kill these movies. These are too much now.
Exactly. And I think the studio knew that. That's why they brought in this whole new cast and everything.
Right.
So in terms of what I liked, I thought the movie was actually very funny. It was much funnier than any of the other installments.
Right. The main character I thought was great, and yeah, his friend is very, very funny. You get a lot of comic relief in this movie. Maybe more comic relief than scares.
The issue with this movie, perhaps, is that it focused too much on these superpowers and the comedy elements of it, and the movie actually lost a lot of its scare.
I think when we saw the trailer, we kind of knew they were going for a bit more action, and I kind of enjoyed the movie. Like, I had fun watching it.
My issue was, I found all the scares to be predictable. I was like, alright, here it comes. She's going to pop out of the door. He's going to turn around, someone's going to be standing there. And that might just be because, we've seen a fair amount of horror films. However, to any veteran horror movie watcher, do not expect to come into this film and to walk out scared walking back to your car at night. It's definitely not of that caliber.
So the weird thing to me about this film is the way that it was bashed by critics. Before we saw this film, we had just seen so many negative reviews and people saying, this is garbage, the series needs to be terminated. But to my knowledge, the general horror fan base, websites like Dread Central, Bloody Disgusting, the horror subreddit, it seems like paranormal fans kind of liked this movie and had a lot of fun.
Some people are going to go into this movie expecting to be scared, and they're going to walk out and they're going to go, that was terrible.
Right.
The last 1/3 of the movie, in typical paranormal fashion, when things start really escalating, as they do in all horror movies, that part is actually somewhat scary. But the first 2/3, the first hour and whatever minutes of the movie are just simply not scary. So some people are going to walk into this movie and go, I want to be scared, and they're going to walk out and go, well, that was a waste of my time. Right. However, there will be other people who are just looking to be entertained.
Right.
And those people, I think, are the ones that will enjoy this movie.
In general, most of the Paranormal Activity films don't get exciting until the last 5 minutes. This movie kind of had a lot going on in the last 10-15 minutes. I think that this was pretty intense for a paranormal film, and I don't think it deserves to be trashed in the fashion that it's being trashed.
Alright, okay. Alright, Nicholas, so what would you rate this movie?
So I'm going to give Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones, a 6 out of 10. I don't think it deserved to be bashed as much as it was. I had a fun time. It's not the scariest, not the best of the series, but for a 5th film in a franchise, I thought it was perfectly fine. And what are you going to give this movie?
Well, I'm going to have to go a little lower than you.
Not lower than 5.
Well, we'll see. So, as a horror movie fan, I really wanted to just go into this movie, get scared, have that feeling that I felt in Paranormals 1 and 3, that feeling that I felt after other great horror movies like Sinister, And I just didn't get that with this movie, so I'm going to give this movie a 5 out of 10.
So that brings our average score of Paranormal Activity, the marked ones, to a 5.5 out of 10. If you're a fan of the series, definitely see it. If you're looking to be scared, might not be the best film. If you're just looking for something to make a female, grab on you in the theater, then maybe this is the right film.
It's a perfect level of scare for non-veteran horror movie watchers.
Right, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds.
Not necessarily toddlers.
So our question to you is, what is your favorite film in the Paranormal Activity franchise?
Ooh, 3.
We love 3. 3 is probably our favorite. So you can find the links to all of our pages, our Twitter, our Facebook, our YouTube channel in the description box below. And we hope you guys enjoyed.
Congratulations, you are watching our
Don't
first...
say congratulations.